Hey, it's Alyssa from Magnetic Messengers Academy, and this week I'm going to be sharing with you the essentials that I keep in my speaker's toolkit. I got this idea when a buddy of mine, Steve Iverson, and I were at breakfast and we were just talking about what things we keep in our speaker's bags. And it turns out that we had the same things. So it gave me the idea to share them with you because I know that you're all about having the right tools to get out there and do your work. So, without further ado, one of my favorite things is my Targus clicker. When I do a presentation, I'm big on visuals. I believe we're visual people and we learn visually. So I use PowerPoint and I want a presentation that flows with me. I don't want to have to be messing around with my computer and walking back and forth. So I use this Targus clicker. It's one of my very favorites for a couple of reasons. One, because it fits nicely in my hand and it's got big buttons, so I can be sure which direction I'm advancing the slides. There's no question. With some of the smaller ones, I've tended to accidentally hit back up when I meant to go forward. I also love this because it works with both Mac and PC. So if I am presenting on a computer that's not mine, it also works with that. And I don't have to worry about it not working. This has also been great because I carry them in my speaker's bag, and when another speaker gets up, it's nice to have something for them if they don't have one as well. I actually keep two of these in my bag at all times just for in case one dies because I love it that much. I would never go anywhere without my clicker. So Targus clicker, I think it's about 49 bucks, maybe find it cheaper online, but it is a true favorite. All right, so I love music. I believe that people get more creative when they have music. I believe that people learn better when they have music. So if I'm doing a smaller presentation with 50 people or less, I will actually bring along my iHome music box. I just plug this into my iPad or plug it directly into my computer with my iTunes and play music. I open with music. As people are trickling into the room, I open with music. As we go to break, I will turn on music. As we come back from break, I will turn up the volume on music. As we do writing activities, I'll choose music to write to. And closing the day, I do music as well. And obviously, anytime we're getting up and stretching, I'm doing music. So music is really an important part of my presentation. And again, at a smaller venue, this is a great thing to have. It's 19 bucks. They make others that you, I'm sure, can check out, but just having something to work your music for you is really important. And because I have two things that need batteries, I bring extra batteries in my speaker's toolkit. I do a couple AA, a couple AAA batteries, and it's nice because I've had to use them and I've had to lend them out to other speakers. So these are just nice in general to have. Then you might have guessed that I'm a Mac user, and as a Mac user, you cannot go to any presentation or any venue and hope that they have the right connections for you because odds are they're not going to. I'll never forget the first presentation I did after I got my new MacBook Pro, and they had no connection for me, and I had no idea that I needed to have connection cables. So I went right out and bought these two Rocketfish. The first one is a 9-pin connector. This 9-pin Rocketfish is going to help you with those older style projectors. They usually use this 9-pin connection. Now, the new style projectors use an HDMI, so I also have this Rocketfish HDMI as well. This is also nice if you're doing a smaller venue, maybe a health food store where they usually have a TV, so you can plug right into their HDMI cable as well. Have these in your bag if you have a MacBook Pro. It's not up to the venue, it's up to you. All right, what's next? Oh yes, Mr. Sketch. I love these markers and I love to do flip charts. And when I do flip charts, I love to use Mr. Sketch. The reason is my handwriting is horrible, especially when I'm writing fast. There's something about the Mr. Sketch tips. Can you see it? They're so angled that they make even the sloppiest of writing look good on a flip chart. I also love them because they come in a wide variety of colors, which helps your flip charts have more interest. And there's enough in this pack to go around. And if you're doing paired shares or having people write on a flip chart in a group, they're just an all-around nice thing to have. Mr. Sketch, and you can usually get these at Office Depot for about $8. All right, last but not least, my last two favorite items. I get this question a lot. How do you review yourself at a talk? How do you go back and listen to yourself afterwards, and so that you can critique yourself? And how can you also create a digital product? This one thing solves both of those issues, paired with something else that I'm going to show you here in a minute. So as a speaker, I get my best ideas out when I'm talking. And this Sony voice recorder really helps me capture that in multiple ways. It helps me capture it while I'm on the go, and it also helps me capture my speeches when I'm at a talk. So when I'm at a talk, I simply just pair it with a lavalier. And a lavalier is just a fancy way of saying a microphone that clips to your shirt lapel. So all I would do is clip it to my shirt lapel. I'll feed the cord down through. I'll spare you of that. And then I would just plug it into the microphone connection, hit record, and put that in my pocket or clip it to the back of my pants. And now I've got a whole recording of my talk, which I can then do two things with. The first thing I'm going to do is listen to it, critique it, see how I can get better for next time. The second thing I can do is I can turn it into a digital product. I can turn it into an MP3 that I can sell, or I can clip it apart and break it into multiple segments. So I could do a series. There's many things you can do, but you can't do any of that if you don't have the audio, the raw audio. So these are two great ways to do that. And there's a little worksheet below this video that's going to have all the links to the products that I mentioned today. I'd love to hear what products and things you keep in your bag, or what essentials you might get based on today. Well, that's it for our tips for today. I can't wait to hear from you. Make sure you make a comment below. I respond to them personally, and I love hearing from you. All right, have a great day, and until next time, here's to you getting out there speaking.